Okay guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we will discuss the last part of our discussion for Cost Accounting and Control Introduction, wherein the focus of the discussion will be an illustrative example under job order costing. So pagsasama-samahin na natin lahat na napag-aralan natin from last videos, yung preparation ng cost of goods sold, tapos yung normal costing under job order costing. So let's start. Okay, so let's have an illustrative example. So this is a comprehensive one para mag-grasp natin or ma-apply natin yung mga napag-aralan natin from the prior videos. Yan. So let's say for example, we have Sing Company. Tapos on April 1, ito daw yung balance ng kanyang mga inventory accounts. Which is yung may finished goods na dedicated sa job number 10 kasi tapos na. Then we have work in process and also have materials. So dahil job order yan, meron pong details yung 1970 na naka-reflect dun sa work in process. So it involves daw three different jobs, which is job 20, job 30, and job 40. So may materials, may labor, may applied factory overhead. Tapos yung total daw nun ay 6,580. Job 30 meron tayong 8,260. Then job 40 meron tayong 4,230. Okay? So these are the informations that were happened during April. So maraming mga information dyan. Nagkaroon ng purchases, requisition, tapos payroll, then yung allocation ng labor, and so on and so forth. So these are the requirements. So i-journal daw natin yung mga nangyari during April. Tapos i-determine yung balance ng mga inventory accounts after April. Then prepare daw tayo ng cost of goods sold report. Tapos kahit hindi pa tapos yung taon, pinapaklose na sa atin yung over and under application ng factory overhead to cost of goods sold. So kung mapapansin nyo, napaka-overwhelming ng mga information na nakikita nyo. So ang kailangan lang po natin gawin dito, itsagain, isa-isahin natin siya at the same time, gumawa tayo ng process para mas mapadali yung ating pagsasagot nito. Which is i-discuss natin sa next slide. Okay, so our first step in solving the illustrative example earlier, mas maganda na mag-prepare na tayo ng mga necessary na schedules, di ba? So yung kahit yung pro forma lang. So based on our example earlier, ito yung mga nakita nyo doon. So alam naman natin, ang goal natin is to prepare the cost of goods sold report. Then i-journal natin yan muna, tapos yung pag-determine ng inventory account. So makakatulong na maglagay na agad tayo ng ating T account, di ba? So ito yung na-discuss na natin sa mga prior video. So hindi ko na to i-discuss in details. So meron tayong raw materials, work in process, and finished goods inventory. So nasa loob na po yung mga mga label. Yan. So under this example, so dahil nga job order costing to, tsaka normal costing, kailangan din natin mag-prepare ng separate schedule for the actual factory overhead. At the same time, dahil job order to, kailangan din natin mag-maintain ng separate summary for the work in process inventory. Kasi nga, yung work in process inventory under job order ay divided into jobs. So, meron tayo dyang, hindi na tayo gagawa ng job cost sheet kasi matrabaho yon. So, ang goal lang naman natin is to prepare the cost of goods sold. So, in replacement of the job cost sheet, ang gagawin na lang po natin is yung summary na nag-gather natin sa job cost sheet. So, kung makakapansin nyo, meron dyan tayong table, which is yung table ng ating work in process inventory. So, nilagay ko na lang sa beginning yung total kasi irrelevant na yung nakalagay na manufacturing cost nung beginning kasi nga, next period na tayo. So, dahil April na yung sinasagutan natin, so ilagay na lang natin yung beginning. Or sa job 20, meron tayong 6,580. Sa job 30, meron tayong 8,260. Sa job 40, meron tayong 4,230. Ang total nun is 19,070 pesos, which is the same dun sa ating work in process beginning. So, ito lang yung mga kailangan nating ilatag para mas madali yung ating pag-analyze or pag-kompleto ng ating cost of goods sold report. So, dahil meron na tayo dun sa taas na tatlong inventory accounts, so available naman na yung mga beginning inventory, so pwede na natin silang ilagay. So, let's say for example, yung materials, 14,000. So, ilagay na natin sa raw materials beginning 14,000. And yung work in process based dun sa ating summary ng ating job cost sheet. At the same time, based dun sa ating information, so 19,070 ilagay natin sa with beginning. Tapos yung finished goods which is related to job 10, so hindi pa siya nabibenta. So meron tayong 15,000 pesos beginning. Then later, So, babalikan natin tong inventory accounts na yan, tapos yung factory overhead, tapos yung job cost sheet summary, para naman sa pag-prepare ng cost of goods sold. So, for now, gagawa muna tayo ng journal entries ng mga nangyaring transaction during April. Okay, so let's proceed to step number 2. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon ay magjo-journal tayo ng mga nangyaring transaction during April. So, ito daw po yung nangyaring transactions during April. So, isa-isahin po natin yan. So, pero para mas madali ang buhay, kung mapatandaan nyo, nag-create na tayo kanina ng T account para sa 3 major inventory accounts. So, for this step, ang gagawin lang po natin is to journalize the entries. Pero para hindi tayo paulit-ulit ng process, at the same time nagkakaroon tayo ng progress or sigurado tayo na hindi tayo magkakamali sa mga amounts na hugutin natin, much better mag-prepare pa rin tayo ng i-maintain pa rin natin yung ating summary ng job cost sheet kahit pa nagjo-journal entry pa lang tayo. So for the meantime, so magkaroon tayo ng summary or details ng ating work in process inventory habang tayo ay nagjo-journal entries. At the same time, kailangan din po natin i-maintain yung ating factory overhead, which is yung actual. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan pa rin natin computein yung actual factory overhead at i-versus yan sa ating applied factory overhead. And whatever the difference, ang magiging result niyan ay kukulong sa ating cost of goods sold. So para lang hindi tayo paulit-ulit ng ginagawa. So start na tayo ng pag-analyze at pag-record ng ating mga transaction during April. Start tayo sa number 1. Sabi sa number 1, materials purchase amounting to 22,000 for cash. So, simply debit raw materials kasi bumili tayo, then credit cash, ang amount natin ay 22,000 pesos. So, ano ba yung nangyari sa number 2? Sabi sa number 2, materials is requisition for production is 21,000. So, if we say requisition, it simply means charge to production or send to production. So, ibig sabihin, from raw materials, ililipat po natin yan sa production. However, nagbigay po ng distribution kung ano yung nangyari sa 21,000. Sabi daw dyan, out of 21,000, 2,400 was for indirect materials and the remaining are for direct materials. So, dinistribute yan per job. So, may napunta sa job 20, may napunta sa job 30, may napunta sa job 40. So, in that case, this will be our journal entry. So, debit ka lang ng work in process, 18,600. So, nakuha natin yung 18,600, dalawa. Pwede nyong gawin 21,000, which is the total materials issued to production, less natin yung dedicated sa indirect materials na 2,400. So, ang result nun ay 18,600. Kung hindi ka dyan sure, pwede mo na rin naman pag-add lahat ng mga indirect materials na sinend natin dun sa different jobs. So, 5,300 plus 7,400 plus 5,900, ang total nun ay 18,600 pa din. Debit ka ng factory overhead control which is related dun sa ating indirect materials na inissued sa production. So dahil nagkaroon tayo ng record ng work in process which is 18,600, so dapat po i-update na din natin yung ating summary ng job cost sheet natin para hindi tayo paulit-ulit mamaya. So yung 18,600, nagbinigay naman yung distribution dun sa number 2, so ilatag lang natin. So, for job 20, napunta daw dyan ay 5,300. For job 30, napunta dyan 7,400. For job 40, napunta dyan ay 5,900. So, yung total materials issued to production related to direct materials is 18,600, which is equivalent dun sa ating journal entry. So, at the same time, kung mapapansin nyo, nag-debit din tayo ng factory overhead control related for indirect materials. So, dahil nag-debit tayo ng factory overhead control, so ilista lang natin kung anong klaseng factory overhead control yan. So, sa case natin, meron tayong indirect materials, ang amount niyan ay 2,400. So, punta tayo dun sa number 3. Sa number 3, related to sa labor. So, sabi dyan, payroll for the period was accrued for April. Ang amount niyan ay 38,000. So, i-record lang natin as is. So, debit tayo ng payroll, 38,000. Then, credit tayo ng accrued payroll, 38,000. So, pag binayaran natin yung payroll na yan, so debit ka lang ng accrued payroll, then credit cash. Pero dahil ang focus natin is yung allocation ng cost, kasi kailangan daw yan i-allocate, either mapupunta sa period or either naman mapupunta sa product cost. Pag napunta sa product cost, kailangan pa yung i-classify, mapupunta ba yan doon sa ating work in process or mapupunta sa factory overhead control. So nagbigay po ng percentage doon sa ating example or dun sa ating given. So 55 daw napunta sa direct labor, 20 napunta kay indirect labor, sales salaries napuntang 15%, kay admin salaries naman ay 10%. So ilatag lang natin, so 38,000, so times 55 for direct labor, 20% pupunta na kay indirect labor, and so on and so forth. So our journal entry should look like this. So ang work in process natin ay 20,900. So nakuha yan, 38,000 times 55%. Then the factory overhead control, 38,000 times 20%, which is 7,600. And the sales salaries is 38,000 times 15%. Ang result nun ay 5,700, which will be reflected on our period cost under selling expense. Yung admin salaries naman natin, 38,000 times natin sa 10%, ang result nun ay 3,800. So, pag tinotal mo yan lahat, ang total niyan is yung credit payroll, 38,000. So, dahil ang payroll is just considered as transitory account, so dapat masi-zero out natin yan. So, dinebit natin sa una, tapos kinedit natin, so wala na po tayong payroll kasi na-distribute na natin yan to different cost center. May napunta sa WIP, may napunta sa factory overhead control, may napunta sa sales salaries, at may napunta sa admin salaries. However, kailangan din po nating tandaan dahil nag-debit tayo ng work in process, kailangan nating i-update yung ating records ng work in process. So yung 2,900, i-distribute natin yan to different jobs. So luckily, available na po kung magkano yung direct labor na na-dedicate for each job. So ilalagay lang natin. For job 20, ang direct labor cost niyan ay 6,420. For job 30, meron tayong 8,160. Then for job 40, meron tayong 6,320 pesos. So ang total niyan, equivalent na sa journal entry natin na 20,900. So kung mapapansin nyo dun sa entry, meron tayong factory overhead control, which is 7,600 related to indirect labor. So kailangan din po natin i-update yung ating actual factory overhead schedule, which is indirect labor. Ang amount niyan ay 17,600. Okay, so let's continue dun sa ating number 4. So ilatag ulit natin yung information. So ayan po. Ayan. So punta tayo doon sa number 4. So based on number 4, factory overhead aside from indirect materials amounting to 9,400. So this includes 2,000 for depreciation, expired insurance for 1,000, electricity expense for 3,000 which was paid during the month, and the remaining balance represents another factory overhead still unpaid. So, ilagay lang natin. So, this will be our entry. So, debit daw tayo ng factory overhead control kasi hindi daw, aside from indirect materials at indirect labor, ito daw yung na-incur natin. So, however, iba-iba yung pinanggalingan ng ating factory overhead control. May nanggaling sa depreciation expense, kaya magkikredit tayo ng accumulated depreciation, 2,000. May nanggaling sa expired insurance. So, dahil expired insurance, so malamang may pinanggalingan niya na asset account, which is prepaid insurance. So, credit lang tayo ng prepaid insurance. Ang amount natin doon ay 1,000 pesos. Then, credit tayo ng cash, 3,000, represents the electricity, which was paid. Amount doon ay 3,000. Then, the remaining daw is still unpaid. So, ang gagamitan lang natin, generic na liability, which is yung accounts payable. The remaining amount is 3,400. Okay? So, ilagay lang natin para isahan na lang. So, other factory overhead, 9,400. So, punta tayo doon sa number 5. Sabi sa number 5, factory overhead was applied for production at a rate of 80% of direct labor cost. So, dahil ina-apply daw ang ating factory overhead at 80% of direct labor cost, so pwede nating, sa journal entry, pwede na nating gamitin yung total balance ng ating direct labor cost for the jobs under work in process. So, meron tayong job 20, job 30, and job 40. Ang total nun ay 20,900. So, 20,900, which is the direct labor cost, times natin yan sa 80%, which is the application rate, the predetermined rate. So, ang magiging result po ng ating applied factory overhead will be 16,720. So, dahil application niya ng applied factory overhead, so debit tayo ng work in process, then credit tayo ng factory overhead applied. Ang amount natin ay 16,720. So, nakuha natin yung 16,720, 20,900, times 80%. However, dahil job order tayo, so kailangan po nating basagin yung ating uh, applied factory overhead to different departments. So, meron tayong job 20, job 30, and job 40. So, isa-isahin nyo lang po, same formula. 6 for 20 times 80%. Ang mapupunta kay 20 ay 5,136. Ang mapupunta naman kay job 30 ay 6,528. Nakuha yun, 8,160 times 80%. For job 40 naman, 6,320 times 80%, ang malalabas nun ay 5,056 pesos. So kung mapapansin nyo, kompleto na yung ating manufacturing cost on each job. So pwede na rin natin makompute yung mga total amounts, di ba? For job 20, the total manufacturing cost or the total WIP, kasi i-add natin yung beginning, yung total goods placed in process pala at job 20 will be 23,436. The total goods placed in process related to job 30 will be 30,348. Kaya job 40 naman, meron tayong 21,506. So, pag tinotal natin ang total goods placed in process natin para sa tatlo, ay meron tayong 75,290 pesos. Okay? So, okay na yung ating total goods placed in process kasi tapos na yung manufacturing cost. So, pwede na tayong pupunta sa 6. So, sabi sa 6, job 20 and 30 were completed and transferred to finished goods warehouse. So, specific sinabi si job 20 daw, tsaka si 30 ay natapos na. So, parang ang gusto niyang sabihin si job 40 ay hindi pa tapos, so mananatili po siya sa ating work in process inventory. So, ang lumalabas, ang inisyu natin sa finished goods is yung job 20 and job 30 at meron na tayong total goods placed in process on each job. So, kukuhain lang po natin yung total nilang dalawa. For job 20, we have 23,436. For job 30, we have 30,348. So, ang sum po niyan ay 53,784. So, debit lang tayo ng finished goods, then credit tayo ng work in process kasi this is the cost of goods manufactured. So, punta tayo sa last. So, sabi sa number 7, both job 10 and 20 were sold. So, since ang goal lang naman natin is to prepare the cost of goods sold, so okay lang na hindi na natin malaman kung magkano yung markup niyan. So, i-recognize lang po natin yung related na cost of goods sold. So, kung matatandaan nyo, meron na tayong beginning balance related to job 10 kanina. So, yung amount po nun ay 15,000 pesos. So, i-add nyo lang po yung ating total goods placed in process issued to finished goods inventory na nabenta na rin, which is related to job 20. Ang amount po nun ay 23,436. Add natin sa beginning ng finished goods, which sinabi kasi yung job 10 ay nabenta na. So, ang ating record dyan ay debit cost of goods sold, 38,436. Then credit finished goods, 38,436. Again, nakuha po yung cost of goods sold. Inad lang po yung beginning natin na 15,000. Tsaka yung job 20 na 23,436 pesos. Okay, so for the next step, yung preparation ng cost of goods sold. So before that, ito yung mga nagawa na natin. So we have the summary of job cost sheet. Then we also have the summary of the actual factory overhead and the journal entries that we have made earlier. So ngayon, babalikan natin yung ating T account na na-prepare natin kanina. So meron tayong raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. So ito yung mga available information. So ilagay na natin yung nalagay natin kanina, di ba? So yung ating mga beginning balance. So raw materials, 14,000. Work in process, 19,070. Finished goods, 15,000, which is related to job number 10. So babalikan lang po natin yung journal entries natin para mabilis nating ma-fill out yung mga information na required. So, yung una, meron tayong purchases. So, given yun sa ating journal entries. So, ang amount nun ay 22,000. So, therefore, our total materials available for use will be 36,000 pesos. I-forward lang natin yan sa credit side. So, ang binigay kasing information doon is yung requisition to production. So, dahil requisition, so nagkaroon agad tayo ng data sa use. So, walang ending balance. So, ibig sabihin, yung ending balance yung nawawala. So, total materials available for use, 36,000 minus the materials used na 21,000. Therefore, the ending balance should be 15,000 pesos. However, based on the information, yung 21,000, meron yung direct materials tapos indirect materials. Yung ipasa lang natin sa work in process under direct materials will be 18,600, which is also reflected dun sa ating summary ng job, ng work in process job sheet, di ba? Then, i-add din natin yung direct labor. Ang amount niyan ay 2,900. Nakalagay dun yun din sa summary natin sa taas. Then, the applied factory overhead, nakalagay din sa summary sa taas, which is 16,720. So, kung di ka sigurado, balikan mo ulit yung computation. 20,900 multiplied by 80%, which is the rate of application. So, kompleto na yung ating manufacturing cost. So, add lang natin sa beginning WIP. So, ang total niyan ay 75,290, which is also can be seen dun sa ating table. So, which is applicable or which is related to our total goods placed in process. So, yung total goods placed in process natin, forward lang natin sa credit side. So, sabi daw dyan, ang binigay ng information, yung inisyo natin sa finished goods. So, sabi ata doon, ang inisyo natin sa finished goods, yung job 20, tapos yung job 40. So, 23,436 plus 33,448. So, the cost of goods manufactured will be 53,784 na makikita nyo rin naman dun sa journal entries na pinipare natin kanina. So, 75,290 total goods placed in process minus cost of goods manufactured, lalabas yung result natin na ending balance, which is 21,506. Yung 21,506, it represents yung job 40 na naiwan dun sa ating work in process kasi nga, hindi pa daw siya tapos. So, yung cost of goods manufactured, dito transfer natin sa finished goods, 53,784. So, our total goods available for sale will be 68,784. So, dahil sinabi din ng information dyan, yung job 10 daw, tapos yung job 20 ay nabenta, which is 15,000 plus 23,436. So, ang cost of goods sold natin ay 38,436. So, para makuha ang finished goods ending, 68,784 minus 38,436. So, ang finished goods ending natin ay 30,348, which represents job 30 na nasa finished goods inventory na pero hindi pa nabibenta. So, for our next step is to compute yung under-applied and over-applied for the month. So, ito po yung ating data kanina. So, ang actual natin is 19,400, which is na-compute natin kanina. Meron tayong indirect materials na 2,400, indirect labor 7,600, other factory overhead na 9,400. Ang total po niyan ay 19,400. So, yung applied overhead natin, nakalagay din sa ating summary of job orders. Meron tayong diyang 16,720. So, based on our analysis, the applied is 16,720, tapos yung actual natin is 19,400. We can say na meron po tayong under-applied factory overhead kasi kinulang tayo ng pag-apply. Dapat 19, 16 lang yung nagawa natin. So, therefore, our under-applied factory overhead is 2,680. So, to record the over-applied, kasi sabi natin, although hindi pa tapos yung taon, so gusto kasi ng management, kino-close na siya every month, so pagbigyan natin. So, yung pag-close natin yung ating under-applied, so magde-debit tayo dahil kulay red, so magkakaroon tayo ng additional cost of goods sold amount 2,680, then credit factory overhead applied 2,680,000. So, kung mapapansin nyo, na-complete na natin yung data. So, from here, kaya na natin makapag-prepare ng cost of goods sold report ng mas madali. Okay, so for the last step, so ito yung ating mga na-generate na information. So, meron tayo dyang P account ng raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. At the same time, yung under-applied natin na compute kanina na 2,680. So, ito lang naman yung kailangan natin para makapag-prepare tayo ng cost of goods sold report. So, yung cost of goods sold report nyo, ito po yung magiging laman. Yan. So, yung beginning inventory natin, 14,000 plus purchases, 22,000. The total materials available for use will be 36,000 pesos. I-less natin yung ending na 15,000. So, yung raw materials used natin, 21,000. However, i-less po natin yung indirect materials kasi nga, ang kukunin lang natin dito is yung direct materials used. Kaya ang ating direct materials used ay 18,600 plus direct labor na 20,900 plus factory overhead na 16,720 para makuha natin ng total manufacturing cost na 56,220. Add with beginning 19,070 pesos. So, para makuha natin total goods placed in process na 75,290 less with ending 21,506 para makuha ang cost of goods manufactured na 53,784. Add natin ang finished goods beginning na 15,000. para makuha ang tigas or total goods available for sale na 68,784 less finished goods ending 30,348 para makuha natin ang cost of goods sold before adjustment na 38,436. Add lang natin yung under-applied kasi sinabi ng problem, i-effected daw natin yung under-applied kahit hindi pa end of the year. So, add natin yung under-application na 2,680. So, the revised cost of goods sold based on actual cost is 41,116 pesos.